My beloved child, the ones who cherished you, but couldn't help you rise, the settings that welcomed your gifts, but never asked for your growth. These were only temporary shelters, not your destination. This quiet room you now inhabit isn't punishment, and it isn't just waiting. It's a sanctuary where I'm preserving what makes you rare. Here in the stillness, where the absence of noise sometimes feels like absence of purpose, I am at work constructing your foundation for what comes next. You're not meant to be watered down, nor are you called to blend in. That's why the ordinary feels unbearable, and why certain ties now leave your spirit parched. I'm not removing you for your mistakes. I'm setting you apart so that I have space to build something sacred and sincere inside you. This is a cleansing of your atmosphere, a stripping away of every illusion and every shallow layer. You're being sanctified, not for show, but to prepare you for revelation that cannot cohabitate with anything less than full devotion. I see the doubts that come in the silence. I know what loneliness awakens inside you. Yet here, my whisper is piercing the noise of insecurity and fear. In this season of chosen solitude, I am transmitting direction you'll never catch in the crowd. I'm growing vision within you that only survives in quiet. You've longed for more than relevance. You've hoped to live a life charged with eternity. But the cost of that kind of authenticity is a time where your voice goes silent, and my voice fills the void. I'm readying you to step into places beyond your credentials, to carry messages not crafted by your hand, to unlock hearts prepared for your arrival. That's why I've drawn you close, not to isolate, but to anchor. Every messenger I send, I first mark in private. This isn't forever, but it is essential. Stay attentive, and you'll notice serenity blooming in you, an unforced confidence, a deeper hunger for truth. This is how I preserve what's precious. What I birth in you now is untouched by pretense or performance. Soon you'll understand the necessity of this separation. The connections I reweave will speak directly to your destiny. The circle I restore won't flatter your ego, but ignite your spirit. You'll no longer feel the need to shrink to fit in. The change in you will speak for itself. There'll be no need to defend what we've built together. So linger here, don't rush it. Don't run back to what I've removed. Stay undistracted, your heart true to me. You saw a door and waited, prayed, and when it stayed shut, your heart broke. I saw every tremor of hope and every upwelling of disappointment. But what you interpreted as rejection was actually protection. I saw the hidden risks behind that appealing opportunity. I saw how it would cost you your clarity, drain your peace, and dull your discernment. I couldn't let you be celebrated in a room where your voice would have been silenced. I chose your identity over your ambition. That's why I denied the very thing you asked for. I didn't want temporary relief to sabotage lasting purpose. What looked like loss was really mercy. Instead of letting you collapse beneath success that wasn't designed for you, I chose to say no. You didn't fail. You were spared. While you mourned a door that wouldn't open, I was already constructing what's truly yours. When I provide, you will not lose your peace maintaining it. You won't compromise your convictions to remain worthy. My blessing comes as rest, found in obedience. Don't grieve what I turned away. Rejoice in what I safeguarded. The false opportunity could never carry you where I'm leading. You're built for something that asks for purity over popularity, authenticity over applause. You won't have to force or chase what I'm about to bring. I will lead you to it step by step, in alignment with your spirit and my timing. You've asked for thunder, for writing in the sky, convinced you need some dramatic confirmation. But your very existence is the P. Even as some voices fall quiet and some connections dissolve, recognize the divine choreography in every separation. Not everyone can accompany you to the altitude I am leading you. Let go with release, not regret. What withers now was never meant to root in your harvest. I will send alliances sworn to your flourishing safe havens for the fullness of what you carry. You'll notice the rhythm of your days shift. Stress replaced by steady assurance, unrest by resolute hope. The winds opposing you will become tailwinds propelling you. No longer will self-doubt command your decisions. I am planting robust faith within your bones, the kind that walks into new territory without backup plans or fallback positions. As you continue, expect favor that cannot be explained by merit alone. Doors that were reinforced by resistance will open of their own accord. Invitations that seem too bold for your experience will find you, and you will be ready, unapologetic. My precious child, stop what you're doing and give me your full attention. What I am about to reveal to you will stir your spirit to life. I've watched your hidden struggles, seen you press on despite your exhaustion, and heard the silent doubts that creep in when night falls. I can't remain silent anymore. What I have to say carries weight, urgency, and sacred significance. What I've held in my heart for you goes far beyond the ordinary. It's the blueprint of your destiny, the reason for every hardship, the answer to the mysteries you faced. This is not a time for vague hints or subtle messages. This is your moment of divine clarity, chosen specifically for you. You felt the pressure because heaven is holding things meant for you, answers and blessings, stored away until you were strong enough to receive them. You thought my silence was distance, but I've always been close, communicating through the weight you felt, the delays you've encountered, and the strange shifts around you. I've comforted you in your darkest moments and remained beside you when you thought you were alone. Every truth, every revelation you weren't ready for until now, I've carefully kept, waiting for this very hour. It's time to see with new eyes. What once seemed confusing were actually confirmations along your journey. The people who departed were not meant to carry your burden. Their absence cleared the path for what I set before you. I was never withholding, only preparing you to hold what matters most. Now I'm pouring out what's been stored for you. It's not just about blessings, but about divine assignments and courageous instructions. You are called to more than simply endure. You are called to walk in the full power I placed inside you from the very beginning. No more uncertainty about your worth or your place in my heart. You are chosen for this exact moment. Your story is not stuck. It's perfectly timed. What felt like delays were actually divine appointments, orchestrated to align with what I now unveil. And this is only the beginning. What comes next will take you even deeper. You've searched for signs, hoping to break the silence, pleading for truth. I have been closer than you realized, listening to every whispered prayer, watching every tearful night. Now I will not let you walk in confusion any longer. The veil is being lifted. The confusion is being cleared. You did not miss your moment. It was simply waiting for you to be ready. You asked me to be clear. No more symbols. No more fleeting dreams. So hear me now. The revelations of past seasons are being brought to light. What you couldn't understand before, because your heart was still tied to the wrong people or plans, will now make sense. I was not far away, but protecting you from what you weren't yet ready for. Every closed door was safety. Every no was a shield for your destiny. Now, look closely. The obstacles you faced were really redirections. The places you couldn't escape were forging your strength. The pain you endured wasn't punishment. It was the preparation you needed. I didn't send you through darkness to lose you, but so you would never doubt the light when it appeared. Now, I am not just answering your questions, but revealing wisdom that was planted in you long ago. When you nearly gave up, you were being stretched to make room for new strength and understanding. This is the beginning. I will highlight the right people, stir your spirit, and give you visions and words beyond logic or timing. Be ready for what comes next. Beloved, these moments you call random are not accidents. They're signposts, powerful proof that what I promised is unfolding now, not in some distant future. You are not meant to walk in circles or remain trapped in yesterday's comfort. That's why I'm breaking the silence and clearing the haze. Because I know who you really are, the force you become when revelation dawns. This unveiling comes at a price, your comfort. But in return, you will gain wounds.